JB, you want to start the show off?
Let's start it off then. What's going on, good people from YouTube? We're back with another show.
Yes, sir.
Necessary knowledge and what?
And nonsense, JB.
All right, we got a special guest today, but we're going to kick off the show real nice.
Yeah, Blue Pill, man. If you haven't heard of him, you're about to find out. And we're going to talk about the significance of the number 44. So dope. And you can only catch this on Necessary Knowledge and what, JB?
Nonsense. And real quick, this is our first interview
on the phone.
From
so Harlem.
We're doing it different this time.
Yes, sir.
Check it out.
It's what we do. We love you guys. And you're watching your favorite podcast, Necessary Knowledge and Nonsense. See you in a sec. Peace.
Yeah.
First off, man, I've been following you for like a long time, and seeing that you've been talking about 44, even with like Wendy's having like the 4 for 4, and you breaking down like the monologue series, all of that stuff. What is the true power behind the number 44?
Well, in my estimation, the way that I utilize it, I utilize 44 to explain it as the connective tissue. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
If you look at the universe and they say that all parts are connected and there's no separation, then I look at it as a body. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I look at the galaxy, I look at the multiverse as a body. And in this particular dimension that we're dealing with, like, which is visualization, you know, I experienced here on Earth as human beings what we can see and what it is that we can internalize in regards to understanding. I believe that the creator of this phenomenon, you know, I don't believe in describing any name to that creator. I believe that it's a creative force and intelligence in the universe. I think that reading the biblical narratives, and they talk about the Tower of Babel, they talk about communication, right, being lost in translation because of the tongue, trying to utilize language. And there's so many different variations of language on this planet. I feel that if the communication were to be had from higher intelligence to lower forms of intelligence, why not use something such as numbers, which are universal?
True.
So, in my research, right, based on what I've been able to gather, number 44 to me is one of those numbers that speak to the highest level of communication that I've been able to identify in regards to connective tissue, meaning that I see seemingly unrelated events taking place, but when there's numbers in play, I'm able to piece those events together and create a narrative that can tell us a lot of a broader story about what's going on now, what happened before, and what is to come.
Wow. Right. Hey, you got anything, JB?
Hey, what's up, man? This is Josh, Caleb's co-host. What's up, bro? So, this is, JayZ's, obviously, it's his latest album, but do you have a particular album in particular that you feel like JayZ really spoke more on like a conscious level than this?
Good question.
I'm from the streets of Brooklyn, right? And I was very much involved in the street life in 1996 when JayZ came out with Reasonable Doubt.
That's my favorite too, yeah.
And the same conversation is being had now about 444, you know, with 50 Cent saying this is a smart album, it's a little too smart and sophisticated. This was the same conversation that was being had in 1996 when his album came out. His album didn't come out to an enormous amount of fanfare. It was a very underground, critically acclaimed album that was received by people who was thinking, you know, with a higher intellect. It wasn't for the quote-unquote double dragons. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
it wasn't for the nickel and diamonds. It wasn't for the people who got to elevate. It wasn't for the change statues. That's what Biggie Smalls was for. No disrespect to him, but he spoke that language. He spoke the crack selling nickel and dime language. You know, JayZ was speaking more sophisticated in regards to talking street level, y'all. So this is not for, this is not, I wouldn't want to engage the mind and say, this is the only conversation that we should be having as a people. But at the time that they were having the conversation, this is what they were talking to. So the most sophisticated criminal, the person might be thinking white collar as opposed to blue collar criminal. The person that was able to see the complexities with the mentality of hustling. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Different layers that come along to it. The person that saw that was able to see the Shakespearean aspect of our tragedy. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Our divine tragedy that we were involved in. So JayZ, to me, has always been intellectual. JayZ has always been conscious. There's no album that you put out where there wasn't a conscious level of conversation taking place.
Right.
The only difference with this album is that he went fully, he put it on the front line to say, I'm going to put this at the forefront as opposed to it being in a backdrop and we sprinkling it a little bit and pulling it back. You know what I'm saying? Like, yo, you can see it is what it is, but now he packaged it and promoted it as such.
Right.
And it's appropriate because, what is a 47-year-old going to talk about? You feel me?
Yeah, and that's true.
And this particular time period that he existed, and you know what I mean, that his woman has already made a leap, his wife made a leap.
Right.
You know what I mean? He can't be left behind.
Yeah.
So I'm befuddled as to why he's getting the reception that he's getting from his older peers who, are saying, look, the only way for us to be relevant is for us to mulch off of an 18, 19-year-old demographic, talk like them, think like them, dress like them, you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And they're not being honest to their consumer. You feel me?
Yeah.
Because the bulk of 50 Cent's success is not coming from record sales and never did. It came from investments. You feel me?
Yeah.
He invested in
Vitamin water. Yeah, exactly.
That's where his money came from.
Right.
And he's an executive producer of
Power.
a hit show.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
Right.
why not have the discourse with your constituents and the people that are listening to you about powering up
Right.
in that regard? You feel me?
Right.
But he wants to play the game to say, look, okay, I'm going to dumb them down for this check. That's what we accusing. You know what I'm saying? They talk about JayZ and Illuminati because they're utilizing them to keep the people suppressed. No. That's what he said. This is saying that he's willing to do.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm going to get on my knees and lay on my belly to meet you at your level
Right.
for the sake of acceptance. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
And, it's not for charting. He's not a mainstream charting artist. He hasn't been since his first album.
Right. Please. And Pill, speaking on that point, I've been scrolling through Instagram, through the internet, and constantly people, they've still been saying that JayZ, he's still part of the Illuminati, he's being used, he's a puppet. But to me, how do you feel knowing that he's still trying to kick game, but people are still trying to just talk about it and say that he's not doing the right thing or he's being controlled? How do you feel about that?
Yeah, I can't for the life of me. And I followed this conversation from its inception.
Mm-hmm.
It's the reason that I actually got into what was termed Law 44. I did a lecture in November of 2009. It's called Blueprint 322.
Yeah.
It became
Mm-hmm.
a underground bootleg success.
Right.
The Exposed series turned it into one of their premiere tapes, and they did all of the underground DVD spots in the hoods of New York. So people were able to get this information. And this is where I first started talking about the Law 44. And I was studying, this person who, again, to us, to me, to my generation, and my demographics, was very influential based on his street intelligence.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? He was able to traverse both worlds, and do it poetically.
Mm-hmm.
So, we had a tendency to listen to what homie was saying. He always seemed to get it right.
What's up, family? Thank you guys for watching your favorite podcast, Necessary Knowledge, and what, JB?
Nonsense.
Yes, sir. And we truly cannot thank you guys enough. You can catch the whole entire interview on YouTube. Also, make sure to subscribe to Snapchat, Instagram, Twitter, SoundCloud, which is going broke. It might not exist, but still subscribe. And YouTube, of course. So thank you guys once again. All the support, all the love. Us being able to talk to people like Blue Pill, who has like over 100,000 subscribers, Josh with all of his hip hop knowledge. We even have Malcolm back here, and Ben. So just having great people around us and great supporters like you. Thank you guys.
Stay tuned for the other segments of the episode.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Enjoy the show. Once again, thank you and much love. And you're watching Necessary Knowledge and Nonsense.
Nonsense, yeah.
Thank you.